Hello there, welcome to the Perfume Experience. My name is Rodney and I'm super excited about this particular video for two reasons. One, this could be the world's first impressions or a review video for Lattafa Qaeed Intense. So I'm trying to get fragrances very quickly for you now so that you can get a good idea whether this particular fragrance is good or not. So I got this from Fragaholic. They were the only ones who kind of had this particular fragrance. So that is one reason. Number two is because I am a big fan of the Lattafa Original Qaeed and I absolutely think this is one of the underrated beautiful gems from the house of Lattafa. Now this was a cardamom oud dominant fragrance, very nice. And then there was Shadab. I don't have it right now, but I've asked for a partial and I'm going to get that in a couple of days time. So I am going to review all three of them together. From the time this particular fragrance has come, I've been trying to research and find out what this fragrance reminds of, what this fragrance smells like, because I'll tell you straight off that I love this particular fragrance. Before we get more into the fragrance and its details, let's have a look at the presentation and the box, right? So it comes in this kind of a box, which is typical to all the Lattafa Qaeed series. This one came in a black colored box. The Shadab comes in a brown one. The only difference is on this one, you have this big logo which talks about the intense part of it. So that is the primary difference on this one and the others, right? Now, even from a flanker, so other information is typical. You have the Lattafa hologram and some barcode and all of that part here. So this particular bottle is in this green colored, texture. Now here also there is a difference here. You have this plate that was talking about Lattafa Qaeed Intense, and the rest everything looks same bottle, whereas this is black and that's completely green in color. The bottle and the juice look this way. Everything else is nice about this particular fragrance, and let's quickly do a couple of sprays. Right. Wow. Okay. So this particular fragrance is reminding you of woody notes right at the opening. And I try to find out, but this woody note is more like oud and also some kind of sweet element to it. And I was trying to figure out where is this particular fragrance, what is this reminding me of? So from morning, I've been trying to test it with, I tried oud because I kind of felt that the powdery, tones are, or the base is kind of reminding of that. I tried Naxos, I tried Spirit of Dubai and all of that. And then I kind of, got a sense of where this particular fragrance is going. So I kind of feel this is, the layer of it or the base notes of Naxos and oud is something that particular fragrance is going right at the top. Okay, because it gives you that powdery rosewood kind of a feeling. And then when I tried searching and figuring out more about this particular fragrance, I realized this particular fragrance is apparently an alt of Amen, Mugler, or Pure Havan. Okay, so that particular fragrance opens up with vanilla. It's got cinnamon, it's got tobacco, and all of those elements. I think it's also got a little bit of amber as well. So that is the scent profile of this particular fragrance, with at the top, the most important part being honey, right? Now, what happens from this particular fragrance is when you put this on, it's a very nice, very well-rounded, very smooth blend that opens up. Unlike Qaeed, which is very strong and in-your-face kind of oud, that is not the case here. This is very mellowed, very beautiful, very rounded kind of fragrance. Now, when you put it on initially, it will not be as loud as this. Second, after about 10 minutes is when this particular fragrance opens up, and then you start smelling that oud and the rosewood kind of, sandalwood kind of a combination. But predominantly that combination is coming off because of honey and tobacco mixed together with vanilla and tonka beans coming. So there is a light element of sweetness, very light element of sweetness. There's a light element of creaminess, and and that beautiful concussion goes through. Now this is a perfect fragrance for somebody who likes woody fragrances, somebody who likes fragrances like Naxos, but the dry down, okay, not the top part of it, but the dry down. Same thing with oud, where not the oud at the top, but the dry down, where there is a lot of that woody notes. That is the scent profile of this particular fragrance right on the first impressions, right? So I've had it for about 5 hours plus on my skin as of now, but this is just the first impression. I would like to let it sit for a couple of days and then go ahead and try this, because this has been in transit for about a week's time. So I do know that it needs a little bit of settling down, but on the whole, I would say that this is fantastic to try because it gives you a very happy kind of a feeling. This is especially for fragrances lovers who do not like a very loud fragrances, but they want fragrances that are creamy, smooth, a little bit of that vanilla feeling, textured, well composed, very mild, very good fragrance. Like I said, in the first few minutes it's very soft, but after the intense part opens up after some time, I have a feeling that this fragrance also could be looking at oud intense, but I have not really sniffed that. But when I look at the notes of Pure Havan by Mugler, it smells pretty much on those lines itself, because you can smell tobacco, you can smell honey, you can smell that woody notes. So that profile is pretty right. So it's very nice that way. But there is also a notion that this particular fragrance smells like 1 million Privé, which I don't think at all, because I don't get that level of sweetness, like cinnamon sweetness at all in this. The sweetness is very mild. So this is very nice for people who like ambery, woody kind of fragrances with little, like a very little amount of sweetness, nice vanilla touch to it and all of that. And this makes for a fantastic fragrance. This, I feel, is going to bridge that gap for a lot of Qaeed fans, because this was very strong, very loud for many, and most people did not like it because of that. And this would be an ideal choice in that case, especially for folks who like woody scents, like I said, and who like a little mellower kind of a scent profile. You will absolutely enjoy this. I paid about, I think, 1500 rupees roughly for this particular fragrance from Fragaholic, and you can definitely get it from them. And I really think this is a very nice fragrance, especially for this winter season, where it's colder time and all of that. You will really enjoy this particular fragrance. So that has been my very quick first impressions of this particular fragrance, and I hope you really like this video, and like and share, and let me know which other video that you would like to watch next, or which other fragrance that you would like me to review next. Sublime is already out, and I will also be doing another couple of fragrances as well very soon. So if you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe and share. My name is Rodney. You're watching the Perfume Experience. Take care until another time. Bye now.